Hello everyone, this is recording for racing on Saturday the 2nd of February. Most of it is frozen off, but we do have Sandown and Leopardstown to look at. I'm a bit late with my recording because I've had people on the phone all afternoon and I just had to keep dealing with people for various issues. Anyway, sorry about that. It's now gone 5 o'clock as I'm recording this. The first race at Sandown is a novices hurdle, and the horses that look like they're involved in the race are numbers 1, 2, 3 and 8. Looks like, and possibly number 13, although I really don't like that form. But though it's a very tough race and I won't be having a bet in the 1240. The 115 is a handicap chase over 1 mile 7.5. The going is good to soft, and it's a class 2 worth 18 grand to the winner. There's about to be lots of people trying here. Overtown Express for Harry Fry. He's very well treated on old form, but he's 11 years old and he pulled up last time out. He is the software selection because he's well treated on previous form, and he's 20 to 1. I won't be betting him myself other than as a software selection, but not going to have him. Not Another Muddle is won his last 2 starts, but it's not been out for more than a year. He's potentially well treated off 130, but you know, this is a hot race to come back in, so I got rid of him. In the end, I went all the way through the card, and the horse I want to be with is Big Martra. He is above his last winning mark, but he is only 8, and Harry Bannister and Whittington got a great record together. 9 to 1. He just run his best race with a decent 4th last time out. Should see him strip fitter. This is an ideal trip for him. And with a nice racing weight, I think he can run a big race here. So I've taken 2 points each way, Big Martra, and I got a concession with an extra place. There are only 11 runners, but I managed to get 4 places. So if you can find enhanced terms, 2 points each way, Big Martra. Funny enough, this 150 called the Contenders Hurdle has actually supplied a champion hurdle winner in the past. Bouvardere, the reigning champion, is going to have a jog round here. Going to pick up 18 grand, 17 grand for a bit of a racecourse gallop, really. 225 is the Scilly Isles Novices Chase. It's grade 1 over 2 miles, 4 furlongs on good to soft ground. And there are 3 very smart horses in here, plus 2 lively outsiders. But Vindication was very impressive in a grade 2 last time out, and he's unbeaten, and he's a very smart horse. 15 to 8, and I'm sure he's going to give a big run. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's unbeaten, look. That's got 2 mile 5 on soft ground in a 4-runner race. He jumped impeccably, and he's going to be hard to beat here. That was only his 2nd start over fences. But however, the horse that I've had a bet on, he's a genuine grade 1 horse, and he's only 6. Geraghty got him to the front too soon last time out. He really should have won last time out. He rushed him into the lead, and then he didn't stay up the hill at Cheltenham and got beaten by Lost in Translation. He's now £3 better off with Lost in Translation. I don't see any way Lost in Translation can beat Defi Douceuil on the revised terms. And what I'm expecting to see is Defi Douceuil track the leaders in 3rd place, and then hopefully pick them off on the run to the line and not get there too soon. I've had 4 points to win on Defi Douceuil. I know it looks a competitive race, but for me, he's the one. Vindication may prove me wrong again. I took him on last time out and he absolutely dotted up, but he's got a stronger opposition this time. 9 to 4 I took. There was some 5 to 2 available. 4 points to win, Defi Douceuil. And the 3 o'clock is the Heroes Handicap Hurdle, grade 3, 2 miles 7.5 on soft ground. And this race invariably goes to horses carrying less than about 10 stone 12 down the bottom here. And I went in hard on Lord Napier last time out in the Lanzarote at Kempton. Now I thought 2 things at the time. Firstly, and I went in win only, Not going win only this time, but I'll tell you in a minute. Lord Napier. He was supposed to be ridden by Sean Bowen that day, but Sean Bowen fell off a horse in the previous race and was stood down. And Tom O'Brien was substituted, and he gave Lord Napier a very, very inefficient ride. A lot of the members of the handicap snip didn't think it made any difference. But in my opinion, as a judge, watching the rider closely from 3 out to the line, he never once got his reins and his whip organised so that he could drive the horse to produce his maximum effort. And it was an extremely inefficient ride. In fact, he barely even administered the whip until halfway up the run-in when the race was virtually over. I think Sean Bowen would have produced a much better effort from Lord Napier in that run. And I also thought that the good ground that day was not to his liking. I thought he was spinning his wheels on the good ground. He's now got some softer ground to go on, like he did when he ran in a very hot race over 2 miles at Ascot. That race won by Mohayed. That is a very hot piece of form. And the horse is a 2 miler on the flat, stepping up from 2 mile 5 to 2 mile 7.5, made me just what he needs. And what I've done is, because Sky Bet, there are 18 runners, Sky Bet have gone 5 places. I've had 5 points each way. Lord Napier, I got 15-2, Lord Napier with 5 places, and I went 5 points each way. And the other horse that is of major interest is the Hollow Ginge. And he goes well after a sort of 5 or 6 week break. He won at Haydock last time out. He has got put up, but I think he can get in the frame as well. So if you want to, I'm not saying you have to, but Lord Napier backed him from 12 down to 13-2. Look, I'm certain he'll be staying on. And Sean Bowen, as long as he gets in the saddle, I'm sure he'll be making certain that the horse is very competitive with 10 stone 8 on his back. And he's a galloping type, you know. So hopefully, if my judgment is correct, Lord Napier will definitely get in the frame. But if you do fancy having a bit of the 16-1 about the Hollow Ginge, then you could have, say, a half a point each way or a point each way, which would then cover, you know, if he gets placed 5 places, you know, quarterly odds or whatever, or 4 places, quarterly odds. If he can get in the front 4, then that will return some of the, you know, the money from Lord Napier if anything goes wrong. But my bet was Lord Napier, 5 points each way, 15-2 at Sky Bet with 5 places. The 335 was a handicap chase over 3 miles. Features a lot of old timers in here. I see Paul Nichols has got a 9-year-old called Give Me a Copper who's been off for a year and a third, something like that, 446 days. He'd only had 2 chase starts. He unseated a rider on the first at Kelso, and then he won a 2-runner race. He comes back off 145. The horse is entered in the Gold Cup. He's actually got an entry for the Cheltenham Gold Cup. That must tell you something about what the trainer thinks of the horse. He could be absolutely slung in here. But this is a hot little race at 30 grand to the winner to come back in. I've been all through the race. And you've got front runners in here like Loose Chips. He generally goes off hard. Le Rev, 11 years old, likes this track. And you've got Ami Dubois. He's probably well treated on 132. But anyway, with 17 runners, and again you can get 5 places with some bookmakers. I'm going to give Kilcray Vale a chance, and I'm just having 1 point each way. 335, Sandown, Kilcray Vale, 1 point each way. The last race on the card is a 10-runner novices handicap chase, novices handicap hurdle, and I've got no interest in it. 6 grand to the winner. Now I'm just going to say I'm not having a bet at Leopardstown on Saturday. I have had a good look, and I do have opinions in all of these races. But I'm no expert on Irish racing at all, and I don't know the form lines. So instead of guessing, I've decided to leave it alone. But I will share with you what I think of and what I would bet if I was having a bet. Give you my selections. and any other comments. I will be having a bet on Sunday though. I can't believe that Road to Respect is as big a price as 9 to 4. I make him even money. He jumps round. I think he'll absolutely dot up. I think he's by far the best horse in the race. And what I've done so far is I've done an each way multiple on the Saturday bets at Sandown and have them running on to Road to Respect. So I've done an extra bet each way multiple and with Road to Respect as the final leg on Sunday, running in the Irish Gold Cup. Okay, let's have a quick look at Leopardstown. There's a Grade 1 Novices Hurdle, 2 miles 6. The horse I really liked in this race is called the Big Dog. Ran second in a graded race and then won his maiden hurdle. He's coming back here. But the trainer, Peter Fahey, has got... Well, it's a different Fahey. See, that's the problem. That's put me off now. Anyway, that's the one I liked. Was the Big Dog for Peter Fahey. 16 to 1. But you're only going to get 3 places. And possibly a fifth of the odds. You might get a quarter of the odds with Bet365. But you've got all of these Mullins horses. You've got Joseph O'Brien, Willie Mullins, Gordon Elliott, Willie Mullins, Noel Mead, Willie Mullins again. Another one for Joseph O'Brien. Gordon Elliott again with Commander of Fleet. And then 2 Willie Mullins horses down the bottom here, Relegate and Salsaretta. It's virtually impossible. I don't know the form well enough, so I left it alone. Then at 125, we've got the Irish Champion Hurdle over 2 miles. Good to Yielding. 6 nice runners. Apple's Jade reverts to 2 miles from 3 miles. My selection would be Super Sunday, but his form round Leopardstown does not match his form at other places like Punchestown and Fairy House, which is going right-handed. So although he's a course and distance winner, I've decided to leave it alone. He did finish in front of Mellon last time out. 3 to 1 is probably fair enough price. And you could give him a go if you wanted, but you know, I left it alone. Because if there'd been 8 runners, I might have included him in the each way multiple, because I would think he would be a good thing for 3 places. He's probably a good thing for 2 places, but there's not a lot of value in there. So I left that alone. Then we've got a very nice 2 mile handicap hurdle worth 73 grand. 19 runners. I get absolutely no idea about this. As simple as that. So all I can say, I have not got a clue what's going to even be competitive. Truthfully. No idea. When there's about 6 JP McManus horses for a start. Anyway, I won't be having a bet. Then there's a National Hunt flat race where you've got this odds-on shot Envoy Allen. Jamie Codd for Gordon Elliott has won all of his races so far. He'd probably win again, but who knows? There might be something lurking. So, no bet for me there. Then we've got this 310, which is the Dublin Chase Grade 1 over 2 miles. And quite simply, Min looks past the post. He's rated 167 and the nearest rated rival to him is 158. He's officially got at least £9 in hand. And he's odds on. And Ruby Walsh is riding, and he should be very, very hard to beat. Then we've got the Arkle and Novices Chase at 345, Grade 1. Now, I do really like Voix du Rêve. He was hassled on the front end by Us and Them, who set the race up for Le Richebourg. They're the same trainer, Joseph O'Brien. In the Grade 1 at the last Leopardstown meeting. But what I don't understand is, why is Ruby Walsh not riding it? Don't understand that. There may be something going on with... I'm sure Ruby Walsh is riding for the owner, though. Anyway, I do really like Voix du Rêve. He's 8 to 1, and I was on it last time out. Big time. I had a big bet, but they set it up with Us and Them, pressed the pace, and made him jump badly. And he finished 3rd, and Le Richebourg won the race. That could happen again, so I'm going to leave it alone. Le Richebourg won by 4.5 lengths in the end, and he may confirm the form. But there's other front runners in the race here. I think Knockernouse likes to get on with it, and so does Paloma Blue. Now this could set up for a hold-up horse like Mengley Khan, for instance, for Jack Kennedy and Gordon Elliott. That's very tight. I like Foie du Rev. I think if he can get in a jumping rhythm and get from fence to fence without being hassled, you know, he's capable of a lot better than he's shown by so far. But I would rather have Ruby Walsh. So Townend, not Walsh, is enough to put me off. The 420 is another handicap chase over 2 miles 1 this time. It's very useful because we'll be able to compare the times between the Arkle and then the handicap, and that would give us a good clue. But again, it's another very tough race, and I don't know the form well enough. So there we go. That is the Saturday card in Leopardstown. I'm not having a bet, but I will be having a bet on Sunday on Road to Respect in the Irish Gold Cup. And I've already got him in a multiple bet with the others. And we'll look at that card tomorrow. So all the best now. Have a very pleasant Friday evening. And hopefully Lord Napier does the business, at least gets in the frame and gets the bulk of our money back. All the best now. Speak to you soon.